Most people assume that making things at home automatically saves money. It feels smarter, more responsible, and more frugal. But the truth is, some homemade items quietly cost more than the store version. And some store-bought items look cheap but slowly drain your budget over time. The real cost of do-it-yourself isn't just ingredients, it's also your time, how often you have to remake it, how much goes to waste, and how long it lasts. Today we're breaking this down into two groups, things that are usually cheaper to make at home and things that are usually cheaper to buy. If you've ever wondered whether do-it-yourself is actually saving you money or just making you feel productive, this list will help you tell the difference. We'll start with the things that can really save you money when you make them at home. These are items where the ingredients are cheap, the batches last a long time, and you're not paying for branding, packaging, or convenience. These are also the kind of savings that don't show up once. They show up over and over again. Number 1, laundry detergent. Laundry detergent is one of the biggest surprises for a lot of people. When you make it at home in large batches, it can be significantly cheaper per load than liquid detergent or pods. The ingredients are simple and inexpensive when bought in bulk. One batch can last for months, which spreads the cost out over time. You're not paying for water weight, fancy packaging, or fragrance marketing. You're only paying for what actually cleans your clothes. The key is keeping it basic. Once you start adding special scents and extra additives, the cost goes up fast and the savings disappear. For households that do a lot of laundry, this is one of the few handmade products where the math actually works in your favor long term. Number 2, bread. Bread is another item where handmade can win on cost, especially if you bake regularly. Flour, yeast, salt, and water are some of the cheapest food ingredients you can buy. Once you already have them in your pantry, each loaf costs very little to make. The real savings comes from consistency. If you bake often, the cost per loaf keeps dropping. If you only bake once in a while, the savings vanish because the ingredients expire and time adds up. Store-bought bread includes packaging, preservatives, and transportation costs. Homemade bread skips all of that and focuses only on the food itself. Bread is a good example of something that becomes cheaper the more you do it. Number 3, cleaning sprays. Basic cleaning sprays are one of the easiest ways to cut small but consistent expenses. All-purpose cleaners and glass cleaner can be made with very simple ingredients. Store versions include branding, bottles, and advertising built into the price. Handmade cleaners focus on function, not presentation. They clean the same surfaces without the extra cost. This works best for everyday cleaning, not specialty products. For routine messes, homemade sprays can cost only a few cents per bottle. Over a year, those small savings can add up more than most people expect. Number 4, broth or stock. Broth is one of the highest return handmade items because it uses things you would normally throw away. Vegetable scraps and leftover bones turn into something useful instead of becoming trash. This means you're saving money and reducing waste at the same time. Instead of buying cartons over and over again, you're creating a reusable supply from ingredients you already paid for. Broth also freezes well, which makes it practical and long-lasting. This is one of the rare cases where homemade is cheaper, more flexible, and less wasteful all at once. Number 5, spice blends. Spice blends are another category where convenience is what costs the most. Taco seasoning, chili seasoning, and herb mixes are a combination of spices. When you buy them pre-made, you're paying for the mix and the label. When you mix them yourself, the cost per serving drops significantly. You also get control over salt levels and avoid fillers, but this only works if you actually use the spices you buy. Unused, expired spices erase savings quickly, but for blends you use often, this is a reliable way to spend less over time. Now let's talk about the things that usually feel like they should be cheaper handmade, but usually aren't. These are items where factories win on scale, shelf life, and efficiency. Number 1, pasta. Dried pasta is one of the cheapest foods in the grocery store. It's mass-produced with just a few ingredients and stored for long periods without spoiling. Homemade pasta takes flour, eggs, time, and cleanup. Once you factor in all of that, it costs more per serving. Unless you're making it for fun or flavor, store-bought pasta is usually a better financial choice. Number 2, cheese. Cheese is a classic example of something that seems like it should be cheaper homemade, but almost never is. Milk, cultures, equipment, and aging time all add up. And if something goes wrong, the entire batch is lost. Store-bought cheese benefits from bulk milk pricing and industrial production. That makes it extremely hard for handmade versions to compete on cost. This is one of those cases where buying is almost always the smarter move. Number 3, condiments. Most condiments are cheaper to buy than to make. Ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise require multiple ingredients and don't last long when homemade. That increases the chances of waste. Store versions are designed to be low cost and shelf stable. They also benefit from large batch production. Unless you're making a special recipe for taste reasons, condiments are usually better purchased than produced at home. Number 4, snack foods. Snack foods feel expensive, but they're often cheaper when bought in bulk. Homemade crackers, chips, and bars use more ingredients per serving and usually go stale faster. When food spoils before it's eaten, the real cost goes up quickly. Store-bought snacks are packaged to last longer, which makes them more cost-efficient over time. Number 5, breakfast cereal. Breakfast cereal is another item that seems like it should be cheaper to make at home, but it usually isn't. Homemade granola and cereal mixes use nuts, seeds, and sweeteners, which are some of the most expensive pantry ingredients. Store-bought cereal is produced in huge quantities, which keeps the cost per serving lower than most homemade versions. Homemade cereal can be healthier or more customized, but it usually costs more once ingredients and time are factored in. This is a good example of something that makes sense to buy for budget reasons, even if homemade sounds more frugal. Saving money at home isn't about making everything from scratch, it's about knowing where your effort actually pays off. The goal isn't to do more work, it's to make smarter choices. If this surprised you, there's probably at least one thing you're making right now that would be cheaper to buy, and at least one thing that you're buying that would be cheaper to make. Let me know in the comments which one surprised you the most. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.